na-ekwu nke na-eme ọza na-emekwa. Hey, ọ gịnị na-akpọtụ ebe a? Ọ bụ na ị nwere mma anyị do close to go biko nwere nwụchagodiri small, nwụchara small. So apparently, I learned that the zoo military discovered one of the Biafran military barracks. And guess what happened? Wotoporiously. Hey, if ever forgot during a barracks, they never knew that it was a setup. You know, there was one video I watched. I saw the Biafran military set cameras. Set cameras to monitor these people. They never knew. And they were coming in gradually. They never knew that they were monitoring them. And I watch if where they were crossing. That was how they entered the zoo. They entered Biafran barracks. And immediately, over 300 men invaded Biafran barracks. And when they came, they found out that everywhere is empty. So before they could leave, the zoo military, the Biafran soldiers started, engaging them. And guess what? They are now looking for body bags to take them home. You see, you cannot play with Simon Eber and go scot-free. It's not even possible. That route is not even possible to play with. And I'll keep telling you people that Simon Eber is doing a job that so many people cannot do. You think it's everybody that will come and be talking about Biafra? Yeah? You think it's everybody that wants to talk about Biafra? It's not possible. Because we have so much enemies trying very hard to make sure that they spoil what we are pushing. And that's where the story begins. Each time we try to talk, they say, keep quiet. But when I tell you, we say, mature no honor. And second, I need one kind of Mozani Mekwa or Negi Mezi won't keep by a. And that's the truth. Whereas we are shaking the resources of where they have gotten their whatever, we must at the same time continue in that circle where all man will see this one mission that changes everything. And that's where the gospel truth begins from. So as we try hard to strive, as we try as much as possible to make sure that nothing disrupts our mission to achieve this one Biafran goal, we must, without waiting, begin to chase it till we chase it to the final doorstep. And that's what truly matters. Because whether they like it or not, our victory will be heard across the globe. Everybody shall see. Everybody will speak. Everybody will write it on their laps. That there was a time in the history of Biafra where we did everything possible to make sure that our own communication gets to the point where it's either you support Biafra or you lose. So let them continue to hover around. More is coming. There is a big restoration as we speak now. Hey, Ogazie Kaneku. Big, very big restoration. Some of you have not heard. But what are we here for? We're here to discuss the necessary discussion. You see, for many years, we have been striving. We started from Ojuku to Lenandekan. In fact, when Ojuku died, we thought that Biafra has ended. The zoo said, even Obasanjo said that Ojuku died with Biafra. But the funny thing here is that the way countries are beginning to talk about Biafra and how Biafran Republic should be actualized is really shocking so many of them. I must tell you with full notation that our victories are booming and becoming. It's only going to take some time, but one thing or another, we would continue that path where everyone must see the light. Now, let me explain something to you. For years, they have been calling Simon Eba terrorists. They'll call you terrorists because, in one word or the other, they want the world to believe that what you are doing is against the will of the people. When I find when did that our communication must not be taken for granted. Doesn't matter how feasible they get. What truly matters now is that Biafran actualization and Biafran restoration is giving that vibe. Magana chifo etirewe marande maife. That is the truth. For so many years we have continued to believe in ourselves, pushing out limitations and equally trying to communicate what should be and what shouldn't be, what should be accepted and what shouldn't be accepted. These are different ways that Biafrans have decided to communicate. And if care is not taken, we may end up in that circumference of struggling with ourselves. And I can tell you for free that Biafran has gotten that victory. Forgive me if I am now in the midst of talking too much, but I must say it's the way it should be. That we have constantly put ourselves in a circle of greatness. One may say, how far have we gotten to be talking so much like this? But I can tell you that Simon Eba has become one of the talk of the United Nations presidents because so many of his efforts that he has put has really made them to begin to ask the necessary questions. And that question is for free. We have stayed in that part where our eyes can now see, and no matter how they try to, throw Biafrans in the mud, we will continue to win and win victoriously. Ụmụ Chineke, daalụ nụ.